Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Eador, Masters of the Broken World with Wando Bondo. We're playing the White Wizard. Right, well, last time we took care of the warrior. We dispatched the Bellis warrior that was in Old Mines. We intercepted here and we leveled up all of our elves last turn, but we didn't get any of the extra range option that we were looking for. So we're gonna have to start all over again. We're all at 0% again, 3%, and 6%. So we're gonna try to level up those elves as much as we can and try to get that extra range. Also, we almost lost our spider. We were fighting Order of Great Darkness, and the spider only has 5 resistance, and I got careless and put that spider in the front row and they killed that spider, and if it would have went a little bit differently, we would have lost that spider because of their necromancy skills. We would not have been able to use resurrection if they turned the spider into a skeleton. So that was super dangerous, and somehow we did survive, but it was not pretty. Okay, well, all of our rituals, Gifts of Earth is still not there, and we did get a little bit of money, 17,000. How much do we have here? Minus 25 now. That's because every time we get a new place, this one is terrible. God, we're just losing money on this one. Well, I don't know. Every time we get a new location, it seems like we lose money. I'm not sure why we're losing money or why it's negative 25. I really don't know. Maybe it looks like it's positive 3, so I don't see why we would have went so negative, but guess we're not going to figure that out. Let's go ahead and do this Cult of the Titan. That sounds fun. And then we'll do the demons. We might as well fight in here for a little while. We're still got to level up and find some new equipment and figure out how to beat 5 dragons. We need a little bit better gear. And maybe we'll find something that will help us or I don't know. I don't think this group can beat 5 dragons, but we'll try to figure that out. And we are still waiting on this Seafarers Guild. Let's go ahead and build that. Let's see, we're going to lose 4% times 800. So that's 4 times 8 is 32. So we might go way negative if we build this. But I don't think we will. I don't know if something's funny and off with that deal. See, now it's only negative 13. And we just built that building. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that thing. But that sounds about right. Maybe negative 13 or something. Maybe. Not even sure. We're not even going to build any kind of a guard here. We're not going to hire a guard here. We're just going to fight here. And do we need to change our spells? I think we're okay with enough sleeps. Actually, we kind of do need to change our spells. We would have to destroy something, this, and we're going to eventually do the arena. That is one goal for this playthrough, but we're not there yet. I guess we already built something this turn. You cannot build anything else during this turn. Okay. Well, then I guess we'll have to do with what we have. 4 sleeps should do the trick, or we're still going to play with this polymorph. So we have that. All right. Well, I think we've done everything we're going to do, and we're not going to hire a guard. Or maybe we should. But we're not going to hire anything too serious, just something easy. It's only 4 upkeep. Let's just do that. All right. And we know Belith has only 2 low-level guys, and they're not coming at us. We already killed all of his high-level guys. So I think we're ready to go. Let's fight this Cult of the Titan and see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be stronger. It's in the maybe 8th or so ring, so... Ooh, 16 of them. Only 1 giant, though. There's not, no fire giant. So that's kind of strange. Unfortunate in this. You would think that it would almost always produce a fire giant, as many as possible here. But that's only 1 giant, maybe. Let's see what it is. We'll have to find out. Okay, what are we going to do with our elves? Definitely want to put the elves on a hill. Still can't close the line very well. This will help us close the line just a little bit. We kind of have a line now, but not much. Not much of a line. But all of our elves are pretty close to the front lines. Alright, well, let's see what happens. We got that treant who can come out. That's important. And really, you know, I really don't think it matters where we put things. Whatever. Okay, there's just one giant. Yeah, there is no other fire giant here, and no, not even two giants. That's really strange. Alright, so we could either, let's see, we're still testing out that polymorph spell. So we could either use polymorph on this giant for 14 turns, which it looks like this polymorph is a 1-to-1 duration. So the giant has 5 resistance. We have 3 pierce through, so that's 2 resistance. We have 12 spell duration, so that reduces it by 2 more. So that's 10 spell duration, because 5 resistance plus 12 spell duration and 3 resistance negation is 15. 15 minus 5 is 10. And then it lasts for duration 4, so that's 14, right? Right. So that's 1-to-1. That's good. That's really good. So that is one thing about this polymorph spell that is kind of nice. But we could also just put this giant to sleep for 14 turns, same amount of turns, and that's actually the simple solution. So I think we're just going to do that this time. Unless you want to see a polymorph on this giant. Oh, why not? Let's see what happens if we polymorph this giant. And it definitely is a goblin. No more ranged attack. Only 6 attack and only 17 hit points and only 0 magic resist. So, kind of interesting. Alright, let's start killing. Nothing doing there. We gotta watch the spider. We'll start attacking. We'll just try to do as much as we can with these elves and try to level them up as much as possible and keep them all even somehow. Okay, I think we're good there. That didn't do anything. Okay. Maybe that's a kill. I definitely want to kill this shaman. Don't want to get attacked there again. We'll attack here. We're going to attack here. Let's do a haste on our Pegasus so we can attack and come back. Then we'll just leave it. I think that's everything we can do. We already went with all of our elves. And we can shoot with the cleric, I suppose. Did we go with our caster? No. So we might as well do Fireblade on who needs the most. We had 0% here, 3% here, 6% here. So we'll do this elf druid. Do Fireblade. Alright, let's go ahead. See what happens. I like those sorcerers. I do like playing with the sorcerers. I haven't played with the warlock in a long, long time, and I think I want to do that soon. Here we could do this. This is a nice will kill, also a will kill. Here I think also that's a will kill. Let's do that. Let's do this one. Maybe we'll get a kill on this shaman. That's good. And then we'll do an astral energy on this elf ranger and try to get a kill here. Then we can move this spider up on the hill. I think we're safe enough. I don't think they can get to us. 5 range, then 5 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could hit us for 9, but that's not bad. We do have 5 resist, so we should be fine. Maybe we'll get another medal or something. Alright, still no damage with that. No damage there. 4 damage, that's not bad. Here comes the goblin. Here comes the goblin. So that's the one good thing about it that's different than just putting it to sleep, is it does come forward so we can kill it. And I wonder if you get more experience that way. There goes the giant. Boom. 1 shot, 1 kill. So that makes it a little bit easier in a way, but at the same time, asleep would have been less. We could have put it to sleep, webbed it with the spider, and then just finished it off. So just don't really think that it's better. It's just different. And it costs a lot more gems, and it takes up a high tier spell slot, which that's the problem. We don't really want a high tier spell slot to be used up on something we could get something better for it. Alright, let's do magic weapon over here. And we'll heal ourselves. And we'll heal ourselves. Not yet. They're probably going to attack us again anyways. How many shots do they have? 1 more. Alright, let's just wait. The basilisk will regenerate, so that's good. How many shots? 3 out of 7. Quite a bit of shots. Can't get that extra range. We really need that extra range. It's really unfortunate. I really don't like that. Okay. We're definitely going to web. And then we can start working on these other units, actually. Don't want this sorcerer to get too close to us. And we'll start here. We've got 3 more shots here, which is a little unfortunate. Let's try to haste this. I think if we move here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, so we can, let's haste this druid. We'll do astral energy on the druid. We'll move forward 1 space, close the line, move forward, and maybe take out. There we go. That sorcerer down. Alright, and we've already shot with both of these druids. Let's do a haste on this druid back here, which is running out of stamina. And we'll just keep going. There's a force march. Berserker. Ooh, that's tricky. I'd like to play with orcs. I don't think I've ever played with orcs. And orcs would be really good because this Scream of Urugu deals damage and lowers the morale. If you have a combo with a sorcerer, you can keep them in fear. So fear spell will knock them down, and then you can just get them all the way to 0 morale with just a little bit of work with the witch doctor. and keep them there with those spells. So that's pretty nice. You get, instead of having to keep doing a whole fear, you can use the sorcerer to reduce their magic resist instead with vulnerability, I think it is. Anyway, okay, let's do an attack here. How about this? And here. And here. And we need another web. And we'll wait. There's another force march. Alright. And it does 1 damage and it regenerates 1 hit point. So that's kind of a little bit on the funny business side. Okay, we need a magic weapon over here. On this druid, or on this elf ranger, only has 0 shots, and now we have 4 shots, so that's good. Maybe we should do a kill here. I'm not sure. We're in the web for 2 more turns over here, so let's just web this witch doctor for 2 shots over here, and then next time we can finish that. And we'll just keep putting haste on all of the druids and all of the elves. And I think we're good. We've got another forced march here, so we're going to get hit again. But that's alright. How many shots does the shaman have? 1 more shot. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, can we start to kill here? Not quite. There's a May kill. Not quite. Do we have any more shots? 1 more shot. Okay, so we'll just use our shot here and do a magic weapon on the spider. And I think we can start healing the spider now. And then we can also heal this Pegasus. Okay. Alright, let's try to finish off all these. Oh, we need another magic weapon over here. Can we get a kill? That looks like a kill, 19 to 20. Then we can get a kill here. And a kill, maybe a kill here, not quite. Nope, not quite. Alright, got 1 more go round. We'll get that kill here. We'll get some attacks here. We'll save the last kill for this elf druid on the next time. Okay, I think everybody is healed up. I don't see anyone who is damaged. Yes, actually. There. And we'll get some extra morale for our elves and our units. Why not? Okay. I think that's it. Let's get something good. We need something that's going to help us defeat a dragon. 299 gold. Always get that extra goblin when we have that polymorph spell. Close. Okay, well, looks like strength is a good one. I think that's good. We do have that poison immunity, right? Yeah, that's good. I think we're going to fight those slugs and see how this treant can do against those slugs with poison immunity. Mountain bracers, we already have that. So this was unfortunate. We didn't get anything good here. That's one thing I don't really like about that. Oh, we found an arena. Well, that's interesting. Continue exploring. So now we have an arena. Anyway, continue exploring. Ooh, here we go. A small halfling farm said several families of this undersized people are working peacefully in fields and vegetable gardens. No guards are visible. Well, we're not going to plunder them. We have to use kindness and mercy. Impose a tribute. Begin trading. Begin trading with the halflings. That sounds pretty good. Or leave them in peace. I think we should trade with them. I don't see why not. Okay. 1 extra gold. Excellent. Alright, Monolith. Forlorn Manor. Well, that sounds interesting. We haven't fought vampires yet in the high ring. We could get... That could be really crazy. Alright. Some rare mushrooms. Their extract increases one's magic potential significantly. Gathering such mushrooms will lead to significantly higher gem income. Yeah, this one I think gives you a lot of gem income. Okay, so this one is... We're at +1. I think we get +9. We'll be at +10 and we'll lose 3, which will give us +12. So we should be at +12 and +10. Alright, so... Yeah, we're scheduled to clear. If you cut the trees down, the mushrooms will disappear too and we'll lose the magic. So we don't want gold more. So we want to forbid the trees to be cut down. Boom. Well, we can't see what happened. Okay. Ancient burial ground. Pagan shrine of the remote ancestors. Yeah, I don't think we should mess with this. I don't remember, but it doesn't sound good. Alright, let's just not do anything here at all before something really bad happens. Okay, we already have mountain bracers, so we're not going to keep that. We're not going to keep the cudgel. And that's the end of that. And what did we find? What do we still have? We still have some other places to fight here. What did we find here? We found the arena, that's right. And we have another Cult of the Titan. We might be able to get something good there. But we did find an arena. That is interesting. We have an arena here too. No, actually we don't. I thought this was an arena. I guess we have to build the arena. Is this what we need? We need something so we can build an arena. Okay, so that's not the right one. What about this one? Colosseum. I guess it lets you fight the arena in the capital. Is that what it is? No, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look and see. I thought that was if you have an arena, then you can fight at the arena. And doesn't it say, isn't that an arena and it looks like you can fight there? But there is no location. But here there definitely is. I guess it's a circus. The arena. It says arena. Okay. If there's a traveling circus built in the stronghold, it increases the income by 3. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that and see what's going on with that. I thought we'd have access to the arena. Alright, Gifts of Earth. We're definitely gonna do that before we forget. Alright, we're gonna put it on the location with this pyramid gives you double. So we're definitely gonna put it there. 39. What about that other thing? Ship timber wood. Oh, it was plus. Where was it that we didn't we just have an event? We should have +10, was it? I thought it was. I don't remember where that location was that we did. Maybe it was Ship timber wood. And we gained 4 gems and lost 2 gold. Or something like that. Maybe that's a different event than the one I'm thinking of. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and until the next time, be well.